exciting to see some new blood out there, making themselves known, doing the best they can, making it through qualifiers into the matchup against a top 8 seeded Sweden, which is I think a very good result for them coming out of the qualifier round. Maku X or Maku X777. Cool. So looks like Estonia did go ahead and win the role. Your choice of first pick, second ban, or second ban, first pick. Chosen first pick, so they'll have second ban, first pick in this matchup. We will see if we get another hidden 3 Nomad 6 double ban. Oh, Sweden bringing out the hidden 3 ban. All right, maybe Estonia bans Nomad 6 and it doesn't happen. Let's find out. That has been our standard. We've seen a lot of hidden 3 Nomad 6, one team banning both of those, but maybe we'll be not seeing that this time because, yes, it's gonna be different, guys. One team is not banning both of those, but they are both being banned out. Okay, so what do we do now? What do we do now? Oh my god. So does that mean both teams lose now? Does that mean both teams have to lose because one of them banned one of each of the 2 maps? Oh my god. We're gonna have to find out. So Nomad 6 is banned. That's the low AR Nomad banned out by Estonia. Sweden double banning Hidden, getting rid of Hidden 1 and Hidden 3. Nijimu Sabiro being banned out by Sweden with their second ban. And then we will get the last ban here. Wait, maybe not. Maybe not. Somebody saying, hold up. So maybe it's not a hidden 1 ban. Maybe that was a typo. We'll see what happens. Gonna be hidden 2 as the second ban for Team Sweden, not hidden 1. So that makes a little more sense. Because banning Nomad 1 or banning hidden 1 with hidden 3 is kind of weird because hidden 3 is more of like a memory reading type of map, and hidden 1 is really just kind of a generic, it's like a Nomad 1 type of thing, just an aim map. Wait, what? Okay, so it's hidden 1? I'm so confused what's going on because they're on the wrong colors. So it looks like Sweden is second banning hidden 2, and Estonia is second banning hidden 1, so there is no hidden left. Banned out the hidden pool, it is gone. Fuck hidden, all my homies hate hidden, we're not playing any hidden today. Now that being said, there is still all 3 free mods, and you do pretty much need a hidden if you're gonna play a free mod, so I wonder if we're not gonna see any free mods picked. This is gonna be a Nomad Hard Rock DT match only, which there's 5, 3 is 8. There are not enough maps. Yeah, there are enough maps. There are exactly enough maps if this were to go to tiebreaker for you to pick all 5 Nomads, all 3 Hard Rocks, all 4 DTs, and then you could just leave the free mod pool. That's kind of funny, actually. And it's gonna be the first pick now from Estonia. We'll see how they want to get started in this one. And it's Nomad 2 as the first pick. So Nomad 2 Monologic by DJ Nagai featuring Ayumi Nomiya, the Koyuki Extra Diff. 6.19 stars, just a minute, 58 seconds long, 186 BPM, CS 4.2, AR 9.5. Relatively straightforward stream map. There are a couple of streams that are a little bit tricky to aim, but nothing too over the top, nothing insanely spaced. Looks like we are good to go here. It's going to be Knots, Slizzer, Felrion, and Masta taking on Anseth, Yasuha, Rev Zero, not sure, and Eminem, the rap god himself, present in the match lobby. Wonder if his Osu skills live up to his rapping abilities, as if so, he's pretty good. Revo like Revolution. Okay, that makes sense. I make fun of people for having names that are hard to understand, and then I have a fucking #1 in my own name, so it's really kind of hypocritical of me, I suppose. Eminem with the early break here for Estonia. Sweden going to take the advantage in the beginning stages of this pick. Really don't want to miss early on in this one, because it never gets easier again. Once you get to about the quarter, this kind of portion here with the slightly strange sliders into the first streams, where Eminem finds a second break, followed up by Yasuha as well. And it's just going to get more difficult from here on out. Up a little bit. Apparently that last map was just really loud because the volume sounded fine, but it's not anymore. Sweden making short work of this pick. Knots will be the first one from their team to break, but Slizzer, Felrion, and Masta holding onto the three-way full combo. Yasuha breaking once again for Estonia. Anseth and Revo doing what they can for the Estonian side, but they are over 200,000 points behind already, just past halfway through the pick. A 245,000 margin. Victory, not victory yet. There is still plenty of time here. If Sweden finds a couple breaks, Estonia can definitely make a comeback in this pick. Knots with another miss, but he's the one that can kind of afford to miss on that side. The other three are the ones holding onto the FCs. Another break from Eminem for Estonia. That's not good news. Revo and Anseth holding on to their FCs, but it is 2v3, and Revo breaking to match Felrion for Sweden, so it's 2 FCs to 1 now. Just into the outro means that Sweden is going to take this one pretty comfortably. Will be 3 FCs on the pick. Anseth, Slizzer, and Masta with the FCs on that map. But Sweden coming out on top by a pretty sizable margin. Over 500,000 points. Double FC for Sweden, and a pretty good solid backing up score from Felrion, 769k. Not the greatest of scores for Estonia in comparison. Eminem, not even at 450k, unfortunately for him, was a bit behind the rest of the pack. But the double FC is tough to compete against, even though Anseth did have the best accuracy, best score in the lobby. They were all within a couple thousand points of each other. That's actually pretty cool. Anseth 977, Slizzer 976, Masta 973. Very similar scores from those three. 7/100s each from Slizzer and Masta, but with several of those being slider ends for Masta, his score was a little bit lower. We will go on to the first pick from Sweden. See what they decide to get started with in this match for themselves. It's going to be a Hard Rock pick. Hard Rock 3, the selection here from Sweden. That is, of course, Atropo. We've been seeing that one a fair amount. The 5.89 star, shortest map in the Hard Rock Pool, minute 51 seconds, 180 BPM, 182 BPM. So pretty comfortable beats per minute mark. A little bit tricky in terms of the figure control that's required. Nothing too over the top though. A little bit of figure control, a little bit of stream, a little bit of aim, but nothing super crazy. Like we are set to go here for map number 2. The W, Slither, Felron, and Master, so most players staying in here. That's the change of W coming in for Knots. On Estonia, Ansent, Yasuo, Revo, and Eminem gonna keep the same roster. That side. And we'll see if Sweden can consolidate that break point for a 2-0 lead early on here. We're making it through that first slightly longer stream just fine. Accuracy slightly favoring Sweden, and Yasuo will find the first break of the map. Sees for them now just left. Or still for Sweden. Just a little bit into it, though. Plenty of time left. W will find the first break for Sweden, but he's going to be matched again by Yasuo. Felrion following up with another break for Sweden, so the lead goes in favor of Estonia now. It's going to be 3 FCs to 2. Ansent, Revo, and Eminem. 2 of Slither and Masta on the Swedish side. Already about halfway through this one. Estonia in the lead. Not by a big margin, though. Accuracy relatively similar between the two teams. Slightly perhaps in favor of Estonia, that 99% from Ansent doing work for them. Gotta hold on though. Still a third of the map to go. It is gonna grow, however, over 100,000 points. And that's a break for Slither on Sweden. Looks like Estonia might be getting the break point right back here, unless they completely fall apart in the last seconds. They're gonna take a pretty substantial lead. They make it through that stream as well just fine. We're gonna come into the ending. This is gonna be Estonia W breaking as well. My here, we're gonna have the break point right back by a 500,000 plus margin. Very impressive from Estonia looking at the triple FC. Just a couple of breaks for Yasuha, but very good stuff from the Estonian side on that pick. That is back-to-back break points. Both teams losing their own first pick. Ansent with the 99.27 AC. Full combo, very impressive performance from him. Revo and Eminem with FCs as well of their own. Masta, the only FC for Sweden. Dead even combos for Slither and Felrion, both breaking on the same exact note. That was Estonia needed. What Estonia needed, the immediate break point back to tie it up 1-1. They'll be back on their own first pick, or their own pick here. Estonia will, for their second pick, go into the DT pool. It's going to be hot right now. Radio edit. Stay fresh. Like, what an unoriginal. Can you imagine? Oh, what should my name be? I want to make this just really sick D&B. stuff, man. I gotta have a cool name that everybody can remember. I'm gonna call myself DJ Fresh. My tunes are brand new and fresh. This one's 262 BPM, has a couple of difficult bursts, but nothing other than that overly difficult. Seen this map a fair amount. It's like we're set once again. Lotragon and Maku X777 gonna come in for Estonia on this pick. Sweden looking like they're keeping the same roster. Is somebody not readied? Bravo was not readied? Alright, should be readied up now, so we will look like we're ready to get going, I believe. I mean, map number 3. See if Estonia can take a lead here. 2 break points to start this one off. A little bit auspicious. We'll see. Maybe a 3rd break point in a row. Or if not, Estonia taking a 2-1.
Get your hands up 'cause you think you got it. Going crazy when I even started. Ooh, it's so funny that you think you're winning 'cause somebody told you who was spinning.
And into the first break drop we go. Nobody breaks on the first little stream. However, Maku X777 does break immediately thereafter, so Sweden gonna have the early lead here. And he finds another miss. Not starting up the way he would like, but plenty of map to go, and his teammates are still all FCing. Sweden, though, looking very solid thus far on this pick, the 4-way FC. Still intact. Into the next little stream. Maku breaking once again, very unfortunate. He is now broken on both of the first couple of burst streams. You hate to see it. It's helping Sweden out here. It's gonna be a couple 100,000 points just on the basis of that score difference. And there goes Anseth as well. Oh, this one's gonna tilt very heavily in favor of Sweden with Maku breaking again. Down at 92% accuracy. Not having a great time on this pick, unfortunately. Lotragon does have over 99% accuracy, but there's only so much you can do when you have 2 FCs against 4 and one of your players is really struggling like Maku is here. Into the next stream. Everybody hits that one, so it's just going to be the ending to come, and pretty much just going to be going in favor of Sweden more and more. There goes Lotragon as well, breaking a couple of times, so this will be the Swedish point. W does find a break near the ending here, but just the outro to come, so it really doesn't matter. It's going to be about a million point lead for Sweden. Elrion and W both missing near the end. It's not going to be quite as bad as it could have been, and they don't end up getting quite to 4 million points, but otherwise still a very good score from Sweden. Double FC from Slizzer and Masta. 900k plus from both W and Felrion. That one went pretty well for Sweden. Maku, 350k, not the greatest time on that particular map. I don't know if he was not meant to be in for that or just a poor performance compared to his norm for that map. And that is now 3 break points in a row. Somebody's gonna have to break this trend eventually. I guess we could just go straight to tiebreaker with nothing break points. That's interesting, but happen yet.
Get your hands up 'cause you think you got it. Going crazy when I even started.
So they've had 3 picks, 1 Nomad, 1 Hard Rock, 1 DC. So, by that logic, this is going to be a free mod pick from Sweden. And then we'll go back up to Nomad and start things over. Unagi Bohana Madoy, of course, the pick of choice from that mod pool. I don't know if it... I mean, they haven't picked an aim map yet, you know? You have Monologic, which is the stream Nomad. You've got Atropo, which is kind of a streamy hard rock. You've got Hot Right Now, which is kind of a speed, light aim DT. But instead, we're going to stay in the DT pool for Sweden's second pick. Going downward in order, I guess, from their first pick to the next map in the pool. It's going to be Nihil Kagura by Senya. This is the 2-minute 50-second, 9.67 approach rate DT pick. Mostly pretty consistent aim in this one. Couple of longer bursts at 225 beats per minute, but nothing too over the top that these players shouldn't be able to handle. Especially if they're able to play Hot Right Now, okay? Great. Into map number 4, we're going to go. It's going to be W, Slizzer, Felrion, Masta taking on Ansend, Lotragon, Revo, and Eminem. So both these teams seem to be running with kind of condensed rosters. I think, you know, as we said, Yumemi Ramu in another match. We have not seen Nesnen or Tony Reno for Sweden. No Blurg or Slay from Estonia. Seriously, Blurg? Why? Dude, why? Imagine going to OWC and then, like, in front of several thousand viewers, I have to be talking about this guy named Blurg. Gonna be early breaks from W and Slizzer on the Sweden side. They have blundered once again a map selection in vain, as Sweden's gonna take the early lead, or Estonia, excuse me, is gonna take the early lead here. Plenty of map left to go, but man, I guess, you know, at what point do you just start picking maps that you're bad at? Because you can't win the maps that you think you're good at. We'll see how this one pans out. Obviously, still plenty of maps to come, as that's going to be a double break for Sweden. W and Felrion, I believe, did both miss. Eminem did not miss. That was a client break. However, Lotragon does find a break for Estonia. So down to 3 FCs, but it's 3 FCs to 2, and Slizzer and Felrion having some trouble here. W down 96% accuracy as well, not doing the greatest. First accuracy in the lobby by about 1%. Estonia going to see what they can do with this lead here. Gonna grow. That's a pretty noticeable combo advantage. Estonia looking better than I think we would have expected them to, really. This is, you know, for a lower seeded team, this is a pretty decent performance. I know it's an early pool and all, but nonetheless, keeping this one close early on is pretty fun. We did see a couple breaks from Revo, Slizzer, and W. Ansend following suit, but W matching him, so it is just Masta with the FC versus Eminem for Estonia. Estonia is still in the lead by over 100,000 points, though. Actually, over... What just happened to the score? Did anybody else just see that? It's almost 300,000 points. What the fuck did the score just do? Goodness, I love Bancho. Somebody fix this client, dude. Holy. guess Revo still has the FC. Eminem broke, so that was what was making the difference there. It zoomed back Revo's combo after a really long time. God, this client sucks, dick. Holy shit. Because Masta and Revo, the only FCs, combo advantage, I think, actually in favor of Sweden. You do see the 500 plus combo, 600 plus combo on Felurion. But that's going to be a break from Masta, and I think that's going to probably put this one to bed. We're going to see another break point, it looks like. 4 in a row, possibly, here. Estonia just needs to hang on in the last seconds. And they do. Excuse me. So that is Estonia tying it up 2-2, 4 straight break points, and 0 FCs. Revo, the only player over 1 million points on this map, breaking near the very end, just after Masta. 2-2 goes the score. Yet to see a team win their own pick. They feeling the most confident on their own maps today. And there's the Fremont. It actually happened, guys. I was one pick too early. So Estonia's third pick, they're gonna go to the Fremont pool. They do have to pretty much have to pick a hidden here. So I mean, despite the triple hidden ban, we are gonna see probably 1 hidden per team on this map on Yunagi Bohana Madoi. This is the Yorushika Fremont pick, meaning, you know, 220 BPM, kind of, dense aim. Dulles map, so we might see overmods here. We might see a lot of hard rock. We did in the previous pick. See a lot of hard rock. Makes it just a little bit easier to read for people who aren't the most comfortable with AR9 dense kind of mapping like Dulles is so fond of. So it'll be interesting to see if that happens again with several hard rocks and then maybe hidden only per team. Can't expect more than 1 hidden after they banned out all the hiddens. It's probably, I have to assume it's going to be 1 per team. You see Nesnen coming in for Sweden, as well as Tony Reno, each for the first time. So we'll have now seen their entire roster except for Yumemi Ryamu. Estonia keeping many of the same players here: Ansem, Ultragon, Eminem, and Maku X777. Still no Slay, still no Blorg. I just imagine like throwing up when I say his name, Blorg, or like a grunt. Wait, what class was it in Halo where they made that sound? I forget offhand. There was some. It might have been an elite in Halo where they make that Blorg sound. All right, so we do see some more overmod. Sweden running double hidden, Nesnen and Tony Reno. So maybe that's why they hadn't come in yet, and they're in now. Those are the hidden players for that team. Slizzer gonna run hard rock only, Felurion no mod. Meanwhile, Estonia, wow. That's 3 hidden hard rocks and 1 hidden only. All right. Anyone else double ban? Well, actually, they only banned hidden once. Sweden double banned hidden. The teams banned out all of the hidden pool, and then they end up running extra hidden on the Fremont pick. I guess hidden hard rock is different than hidden on. Maybe a little bit understandable. We do see breaks early on here from Nesnen and Felurion, as well as Lotragon. But for now, Estonia going to keep the lead. Triple FC still intact. 2 of the hidden hard rocks still alive. And, oh, that's several breaks on that stream. It's going to be Lotragon, Maku, and Tony Reno all with the breaks before we get to this first Ki here. Lead over to Sweden. Slizzer with the FC, Nesnen with a big combo, and Sent and Eminem both FCing, but the score's a bit lower from Lotragon and Maku. The score should hover and flicker back over to Estonia here. You do have the combo advantage with the double FC. This is a decently long map, as with many Yorushika songs, over 3.5 minutes or so. About a 30,000 point lead here for Estonia. The double HDHR FC and the decent HDHR combo backing them up. Just a bit of combo lead. Sweden needs to see Anseth or Eminem break here. They want the lead to come back to them. Maku is going to break, but so is Slizzer, so that's the only FC now gone from Sweden. That was much more damaging for Sweden than it was for Estonia. Anseth and Eminem still holding on to the hidden Hard Rock FCs. Nesnen and fell around with pretty decent combos as Lashagon breaks for Estonia, excuse me. I keep doing that, I don't know why. So, but it's 2 FCs against 3 decent combos. I believe the 2 FCs win that, not by a lot though. If either Anseth or Eminem breaks, their lead is just going to evaporate. And there goes Eminem. Meanwhile, Sweden has Nesnen, Felrion, and Tony Reno all in pretty big combos. This lead is going to go over to Sweden here shortly as long as those combos stay intact. And there's the flicker on over. Estonia cannot afford any slip-ups here. They need Sweden to find a break near the end. About just under a quarter of the map left to go. It's a small lead for Sweden, about 60,000 points. All that separates the two teams. This is going to be very close here coming into the last Ki, especially with Felrion completely misreading that pattern. He falls apart entirely, and there goes Tony Reno as well. Nesden, the only combo left alongside Slizzer with about 400, but that's a big combo lead for Estonia. They can definitely make a comeback here in the last seconds, especially with the break from Slizzer. It's going to be going over at the very ending here. Sweden has absolutely nothing left. Nesden breaks as well. Estonia is going to take this one. That was just entirety of Sweden falling apart in the last Ki. Estonia, meanwhile, hanging on. Anseth and Maku X777 bringing this one on home for the Estonian side. And that is going to be the first 1 point by a team on their own pick of this match. Sweden is going to drop it, and Estonia is going to take a 3-2 lead in this match. Anseth with the HDHR FC, very solid play from him, leading Estonia to that victory. Sweden, though, just completely fell apart in that last Ki. I don't know what happened. It's like they had just an earthquake, and all 4 of them completely forgot how to aim at any circle. And Estonia will take the lead in this match, 3-2, going into Sweden's third pick. That was exciting, man. Very solid stuff there from Estonia on their own pick. Finally, a team winning it. See if that lead stays intact for any longer. Maybe another break point to come. Who knows? The question is now, of course, what do you do if you are Sweden? You have picked Hard Rock 3 and DT1 and lost both of them. Maybe you go back to Nomad? Maybe you visit the Nomad pool? I mean, you could see Nomad 3 as an option. Maybe even Nomad 5, it is one of the easier picks in this pool. And how you feel about DT, I mean, there are DTs 2 and 4, and there is Yumemi Ryamu in for Sweden, so his match has concluded in his other match. That is going to be probably pretty important. I think he is one of the best tournament players on that team, so his absence was felt, I think, in those early picks, and now with him here, things may be able to change up a little bit for Sweden. Are going to go with Kodama. Avancila extra difficulty of the map. Now this one, as I said just a moment ago, one of the easier picks in this pool. It is kind of standard slidering. I mean, nothing really too crazy about it. So this should be a pick that I think everybody should be able to feel okay about. All right. GLHF's coming out in chat. We're gonna get into this map number 6. Yumemi, Ryamu, Slizzer, Felrion, Neznen taking on Ansem, Yasuha, Eminem, and Blurg making his appearance. That name, dude. So this one, I mean, it's really pretty straightforward. Like this is the map right here. Just this like little kick slider aim thing. That's practically the entire map. It's just like don't miss in a dumb place and you'll be fine. You see just a couple hundreds dropped here and there. SS still on you. Ryamu is Nezden. That's what I'm saying, dude. You can't just miss on nothing. Blurg, however, is going to follow it up with a break of his own, so it's going to be a combo reset between the teams. Combo advantage also slightly in the favor of Sweden, and Eminem going to find a break as well. I mean, Sweden will be able to take the lead now. 3FC is to 2. Blurg with another break. Yasuha missing as well, I think, unless that was Bancho. I couldn't tell for sure. It was Bancho indeed, so Yasuha is still holding on, Ansem and Eminem as well, so actually it is not going to be a big lead. It is just a combo of Neznen over Blurg, everybody else still FCing. I am a huge fan of Bancho making fake misses all the time, it's really cool. Blurg, though, having some trouble here. Meanwhile, Ansem still holding the SS for his team, doing what he can to carry them along, but Eminem, I believe that was a real break. And Yasuha as well? Those are still S ranks. I can't say for sure. Those might have been breaks. It's about a 100,000 point lead, assuming those were actual misses. Anseth still with the SS for Estonia, but Yumemi, Ryamu, Slizzer, and Felrion also holding the full combo for Sweden, so they are going to take a pretty sizable lead. And this very quiet section, I mean, breaking right before this is so damaging. Like, this is so much free combo. There's nothing in here that you're going to miss. Very bad for Sweden to see those breaks right at that point. Gonna do what he can with that SS still intact, but it's gonna take a miracle now as Sweden does still have the triple FC and a 600 combo on Neznen backing them up. This one looking like it's gonna be the second point won by the team selecting the map. Second non-break point. I don't know. Somebody come up with a better phrase for that. I would appreciate it because I sure don't know what to say in that sort of situation. Like I know what I'm saying, but it's confusing. It is the break from Felrion, but just the ending to come. I think it's a little bit too little too late unless Sweden completely falls apart here at the end. It's 500,000 point lead for them. Ansem does finally drop his SS, does hit 100. Not be seeing an SS on this pick today. And a couple breaks at the end on that slightly spaced out stream. Slizzer, Anseth, and Eminem all missing. Yumemi Ryamu holding on to the full combo, and Neznen with about 1,000 combo behind him. Gonna lead the way here for Sweden into the ending. They will take the point, tie it up at 3-3. And Yumemi Ryamu, man, instantly coming in and making his presence felt. The only FC on Nomad 5, helping Sweden to a big victory there, about 700,000 points, and that's gonna tie the match up at 3-3. Exactly what they needed. Having their captain and one of their best players back in. Estonia with their next pick. Map number 7, 4th pick for them of the match. They were successful on free mod 1, so it's kind of the dense aim. You wonder if they're gonna go for another kind of aim-heavy type of pick. You still see fair wind available. I don't think I've personally seen a Nomad 1 as of yet. I don't know if it's been picked at all. Personally seen every other map. It's gonna be Nomad number 4, Andromeda, the very lengthy consistency alt pick. The next selection for Estonia. The Nomad 4-iest of all Nomad 4s. This has been one of those picks where we've seen, like, somebody just miss halfway through and the other team instantly wins based on that. Kind of the curse of, kind of the curse of 4-minute long alt consistency picks. You just can't miss. Because if you miss, you lose. I mean, that's like the most basic tenet of Osu, I suppose. You don't, if you miss, you lose. But like on this type of map, for some reason, they just end up being conducive to that sort of outcome. You know, shout outs to Konayume, whatever the fuck, Tomare, and Hippo Cup. Where it's like a 5-minute long alt map, but you missed halfway through and it was just over. Now, granted, that was Score V1, so it's like a little bit, you know, it's made even a little bit worse in that sort of environment. But even in Score V2, like somebody misses halfway through and somebody else hits halfway through, and then it's just over. And then the rest of the map you could not even bother playing, and the outcome would be the same. So we'll see who that happens to in this match, because it seems like it always does on this map, or this type of map. It was like in United States Cup, where in Makaruza you had the thing, and there was always somebody breaking on the thing, and they just kind of lost if the other team hit the thing and they missed the thing. Just this dumb spaced 5-note pattern. But somebody was always missing it in every match, and it was played in every match. So it became just kind of a recurring meme. Here we see Yumemi Ryamu and Slay both missing, as well as Ansent a little bit earlier. So 3 FCs, 2 in the early goings for Sweden. They'll take a bit of a lead, about 70,000 points, 80,000 points. Will continue to grow, combo advantage in their favor. Like, you joke about it being the legendary story of the thing, but like that's actually what we called it, and everybody knew what we were talking about that had been watching the stream, so it was really an ongoing type of joke. We have a break from Masta for Sweden, so that will be combo advantage now in favor of Estonia. Double FC, but better backing combo. Estonia should be able to bring this lead back as long as they can hold on to their combo for a while. Very consistent, as we said, type of difficulty pick. For the most part, nothing super difficult or easy in much of it. You do have this little slower section here to build up some free combo, but that's mostly the same. See an interesting accuracy difference. 3 98s and a 99 from Sweden. Meanwhile, in Estonia, you've got a 96, a 94, and a 97. That's gonna be a break from Blurred. Revo now the only FC on that side. Slizzer and Felrion's FCs will be able to make this league grow more for Sweden now that that has happened to Estonia. Combo game is powerful, but not powerful enough, unfortunately. Masta does find a break for Sweden, but Yumemi Ryamu is the backing combo that's really going to matter here, as long as Slizzer and Felrion can hold on to their full combo. A lot of combo on Revo, Anseth, and Slay, though, for Estonia. They're poised to make a run at this. Well, not anymore. Revo and Blurred both missing, so now it's just Anseth and Slay. Here's a section where we usually see some breaks. These more spaced patterns, very tricky. Nobody having any trouble this go around though. Which is good for Sweden and bad for Estonia. The lead at about 300,000 points. And a quarter of the map still to come, but it is a massive combo lead here for Sweden. Anseth with a 1200 plus combo, Slay with about a 900 plus combo. But you've got a double FC, both at almost 1500 combo for Slizzer and Felrion. Meanwhile, Yumemi Ryamu is still with about a 1200 combo, so Sweden's going to be feeling pretty okay at this point. Look at Estonia keeps this up. Kind of already over, unfortunately. Masta and Revo going to trade a couple of breaks. Into the outro we're gonna go. It's gonna be Sweden by a 600,000 point margin. A good performance from them on this, what looks like it may end up being a double FC. It is indeed. Slizzer and Felrion, very good plays from both of them. Two-way full combo on the Swedish side. And Yumemi Ryamu with just a slider break early on in the map. Masta with a couple of misses, but fortunately was bailed out by his teammates. That double FC is hard to contend with. And that's going to be the 4-3 lead now for Sweden. Estonia drops their pick. And Sweden now 2 points away from the finish line. It's gonna be Hard Rock 1, Circus Hard Rock, as their fourth pick for Team Sweden. This is a funny song, dude. I actually like it a lot, not gonna lie. It's cool. It's very unique. We're gonna get underway once Eminem connects. Map number 8 of this match, the fourth pick from Sweden. Looking to consolidate a break point, maybe, finally. A couple of early misses on that buzz slider, but it's the first object in the map, so it's whatever. Boy, Alright, people are struggling a little bit with this intro. Okay, abort. Rough if you're watching, abort, rough abort, rough abort. Maybe not. I don't know what the hell's going on. He asked for an abort and then he started playing. Okay, we're aborting. Alright, cool. So we are getting an abort here. I'm not sure what happened. Something occurred with knots on the Swedish side. So hopefully we'll be able to get back underway without any further issue. MP3 changed. This wasn't updated. This literally wasn't updated. I'm not really sure what he's talking about. Like, this was updated before we released the pool. I'm a little confused. Like, this was updated on Sunday. The pool was not out yet. So maybe, I guess if he already had the map and never practiced it, that could have happened. But we didn't release the pool until Monday, which was the 24th. This was last updated on the 23rd. So I'm not really sure what the story is there. Very curious. I don't really... I can only assume that he already had the map and he never played it for this pool. That I have to assume that's what happened. No, it was right at the beginning of the map. I mean, I'm sure it was. I guess that's what could have happened. But I mean, that would also explain why he was playing so badly. Like the timing was off because of an MP3 change. It's just strange to me that you would have, like, the only way you would have known that it was an MP3 change was if you had the map before and never practiced it over the course of the week, because the map has not been updated since before this map pool was released. So that's a little weird to me. That kind of just shows that he didn't actually practice this for this tournament, if at all. I don't know, kind of unusual, I guess, but a lot of people don't practice early round pools, so whatever. Anyhow, it's going to be Yumemi, Ryamu, Slizzer, Felrion, and Knots against Ansenth, Revo, Yasuha, and Eminem here on Hard Rock 1. This is the 4th pick for Team Sweden, looking to consolidate a breakpoint for the first time and take a 5-3 match point advantage. No breaks as of yet. Everybody comfy through the first 350 combo. So I guess that MP3 change didn't come with any problem caused other than having to re-download and change the map, I suppose, in any fundamental way. Or he's just good at sight reading, I suppose. Could be the case as well. It's going to be a small Sweden lead. Accuracy in their favor, 92% on Yasuha, 94% on Revo, and on Eminem, 93% now on Revo. Sweden going to do what they can with this ACK lead. This is a pretty tricky map to ACK, so not overly surprising, but it is just under 100,000 point lead so far for Sweden with the accuracy alone. 93 on Yasuha, 94 on Revo and Eminem. Not great for Estonia. Not amazing for Sweden either, but just a bit better, especially with Knots holding above 98.5. Curious when the first break will come, though. We have not seen a miss as of yet. Boy, any miss could spell disaster for a team. For now, though, everybody's still holding on. 857 combo in. It is 8 full combos on the board. 100,000 point lead for Sweden just on that accuracy advantage, but that can change quickly if anybody misses. It's going to be Revo the break, though, for Estonia, so Sweden's lead is only going to get bigger. About a third of the map or so to come to this bridge section, and everybody holds through. So just the miss from Revo. Sweden with a 200,000 point lead. They're going to look to bring into the last verse, or last chorus, excuse me. And the quiet part into the last key eye, we're going to go. It's a 300,000 point lead for Sweden. So this one is more or less decided. Unless they full into the ending, which I suppose they did on Yorushika Hanamadoy, Yorushika Bo Hanamadoy, but don't know that I expect it to happen again. It is a break from Slizzer. Not going to be too big a deal as of yet. It would take all of the other three missing. Knots and Eminem going to trade breaks. Yumemi Ryamu and Felrion still holding FCs against Ansenth and Yasuha, so this one is all set. Going to be Sweden taking the point. That is going to be a 5-3 lead for Sweden over Estonia. Those late misses from Revo and Eminem, not helpful, but Sweden, I believe, would have held on anyway. Just Eminem's miss would have been the one that would have mattered, and it still would have been a couple 100,000 points lead for Sweden, so not a big deal. And that is now match point. We have reached the brink for Estonia. This is their last pick of the match no matter what, and this could be their last pick in the winner's bracket as well if they lose here. So the question is, what do you pick as your last map? It's gonna be free mod 2 as that last pick. So the one map that they won of their own pick was a free mod. So they're saying, let's go for it again. As their last pick of the match. They're gonna overmod the hell out of this one, but it does still require a hidden only. Source Sector Mystic Wisdom is, of course, a CS5 AR8, so this one, I don't know if this is what I would have picked if I were going back to the free mod pool as a team that's not comfortable on low AR hidden. I would have gone hidden. I would have gone free mod 3 if it were me. But we'll see how they feel, I guess. Gonna be, I mean, if they decide to overmod, that's like a lot of CS 6.5 hard rock, and one AR8 hidden. I mean, this is tough. I don't know if this is the map I would have gone with, but they can definitely prove me wrong. And we do have some GLHFs coming out, so I believe we're going to be getting started here. Map number 11. This could be the last map of this match, and let's see what we get for the mods here. Looks like we're not going to be seeing quite as much overmod as we did on the previous free mod on Yorushika Bo Hanamadoy. It's going to be Hidden Hard Rock on Ansenth, Hard Rock on Revo, and Hidden Only on Maku X777. Meanwhile, Slay on No Mod. Very interesting. Sweden opting into a triple Hard Rock setup on Yumemi Ryamu, Slizzer, and Felrion. Hidden only on Tony Reno, who does seem to be a hidden player for that roster. So far, it is a lead for Team Sweden through the intro. It's the break on Tony Reno. Slay, meanwhile, for Estonia, having a little bit of trouble, as well as Maku X777. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like free mod 3 might have been the better play here, but this intro is, I think, arguably the hardest part of the map, so if you can get through it okay, you've got plenty of time left. And the overmod, you know, going to give you a little bit of extra score, but currently a 100,000 point lead for Sweden. Don't know that they'll be looking to relinquish that anytime soon. Maybe a break from Felrion. Got a little break here in the action. SS still on Yumemi Ryamu. FC on Slizzer. FC's on Ansent and Ravo. Tony Reno basically matching combo with Slay on the Nomad players. There goes Slay, though, as well as Ansent. A little bit of miss-aim from both of those players. And Revo gone as well. Oh, boy, Estonia. That's not looking good for them. That was all their big combos basically gone. Maku, the only combo left now at 300. Assuming none of those were Bansho misses, that's going to be huge. That might be match ending right there, as Yumemi Ryamu and Slizzer still holding on to the FCs, and Tony Reno still with a big combo. I am fairly sure this match just ended. Even though it's only halfway through, it's going to be very tough to come back from that if you're Estonia, and Ansent knowing that as well with the GG and smoke. Not over quite yet, but you know, the fat lady stage left warming up her vocal cords. Sweden's just got to hold on a little bit longer, and their lead is going to be insurmountable. It's already just under 500,000 points, and this is going to be maybe a slightly ignominious exit from the winner's bracket here for Estonia on what I think is a little bit of a mispick from them based on what they were strong on over the course of the match. I don't know that this was necessarily optimal. They're going to obviously give it their best and give it their all and try to make a run at it, but another break from Revo, and I think we are pretty much set now. Sweden going to be taking this one on the back of a continued Hard Rock SS from Yumemi Ryamu. Not a bad performance from Estonia at all, getting 3 points against a top 8 seed here on their first trip into the bracket stage, but Sweden, you know, they brought their captain in, and he made, I think, a pretty noticeable difference. Their skill level improved quite a bit with him in the lobby. And I believe that means we are going to get, let's see, who are we going to see here? Well, it's going to be a date between Sweden and the United Kingdom in the round of 16 that will be set up. Very good performance. Yumemi Ryamu closing it on out with that FC, as well as Slizzer. Double FC for Sweden on the last pick of the match. Very strong performance from both of them. Hard Rock on that map. Felrion with the Hard Rock S rank as well. And that is going to do it. That is Sweden 6-3, the victors, and they will advance onward into the round of 16. Going to set up a match between Estonia and Finland in the losers bracket round 1. We've got these like Baltic sort of states matching up against each other. I guess technically, like, Finland doesn't count as a Baltic state, but they're like super close by, so. Across the whatever the name is of that body of water, the Baltic Sea. They're across the Baltic Sea from Finland, right? So. Close enough geographically. I didn't say they were Baltic. I just said they're in the same area. Come on, guys. Give me a break. They're like geographically close to one another, even though they're not in the same grouping of countries. But that's much more wordy than I'd like it to be. So, it's not what we're going to go with. All right. Anyway, that is it for this match. Congratulations to Sweden advancing onward in the winner's bracket. Meanwhile, Estonia dropping down to the losers by the score of 6-3. We have now about an hour and 45-minute long break before the last two matches of the day. We'll have France versus Argentina at 19 UTC. That is 3 p.m. Eastern. That is 9 p.m. Central European summertime. followed up by the United States versus Ireland 1 hour later on than that. So we will see you guys a bit later on. Thank you for watching. I've been this one guy. Congratulations again to Sweden. GG well played to Estonia. We'll see them both next week in the round of 16 and the losers bracket round 1 respectively. And we'll see you guys all in about an hour and 45 minutes for the next 2 matches of the tournament. Stick around. We'll be back.